What's going on, guys? Do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe, share button, and that notification bell down at the bottom. I sure appreciate it. So let's jump right into it. JT Daniels hit the transfer portal yesterday, along with wide receiver Jermaine Burton. Now, we all know Stetson Bennett decided to come back for one more year. Does this have anything to do with JT Daniels transferring? In a way, I think it does. And again, at the same time, JT Daniels wasn't getting that much playing time like he should have been, and he was coming in for mop-up duty. Now, I do know, and I don't know if it'll happen anytime soon, but I do know Carson Beck will be the next quarterback to transfer. Jermaine Burton, him transferring is questionable to me. Why would you want to transfer when you was getting playing time? You was getting plenty of playing time and was producing on the field. Now, with him, I know a lot of people are upset and aggravated because he's transferring. We have plenty of receivers and the best tight end in the country. So with him leaving, it's not going to hurt us. Now, I think one of the reasons why Jermaine Burton is transferring is because Cortez Hankton, the wide receivers coach, has moved on to be the wide receivers coach for Brian Kelly at LSU. And this quarterback situation, if Kirby Smart will play his cards right this year, JT Daniels leaving is not going to affect Georgia that much with Stetson Bennett coming back. You have two other 5-star quarterbacks that is still on the roster in Brock Vandagriff and Gunnar Stockton should be enrolled there by now. And now trust me, Kirby Smart will name Stetson Bennett the starter because he has experience, and the way he played this year or this past season. But you have two other quarterbacks just as good as him Now, I know Stetson Bennett won the national championship for Georgia. But Kirby Smart has to be smart. Yeah, smart. And let these quarterbacks compete, and whichever one proves that he is the better quarterback and is the one that needs to start, that's what he needs to do over Stetson Bennett. But will he do that? We all know how Kirby Smart is. He's not a quarterback guru. And I've said it before in many other videos. Kirby Smart is in love with Stetson Bennett because Stetson Bennett is a Georgia boy. He does it the Georgia way. And Kirby Smart is in love with him. Now, I know Stetson Bennett said before he made a decision on coming back, he was going to wait and see how the coaching staff played out. And by saying that, Todd Monken could move on to the NFL and be a head coach in the NFL again, or be an offensive coordinator. But with Stetson Bennett coming back, I believe that was being told that Todd Monken is remaining at Georgia. I believe that was a telltale sign that Todd Monken is not leaving for the NFL, that he is dedicated to Georgia and he is staying at Georgia. Back to Jermaine Burton, he wants to be the main guy. He wants to be out there getting all the receiving yards, all the balls thrown to him. Well, you was hurt half the season, and when you was out there on the field, you was getting targets. But when you had the best tight end in the country, having more targets and more receiving yards, and broke all the records for receiving yards at Georgia, you're not going to get that many targets. And that's one reason why I believe he is transferring out, because he wants to go somewhere where he can get more targets than what he did at Georgia. And like I said, that people complaining and griping and arguing and disappointed, don't worry about it. Still got a Donnie Mitchell. Still got Rosemary St. Jack. Dominic Blaylock is still there. We still have receivers. We are loaded. And we just had a receiver sign with us that is enrolled there. So Georgia isn't hurting for receivers. Now, I could see JT Daniels heading back out west, or I've heard Ole Miss, he could transfer to Ole Miss and play under Lane Kiffin which I think that wouldn't be a bad idea for him. I think that'd be a perfect fit because Lane Kiffin likes throwing the ball. Jermaine Burton could transfer to Ole Miss. Or he was coming out of high school, committed to LSU, and then turned around and committed and signed with Georgia. Would there be a possibility that he could wind up back at LSU with Cortez Hankton? That's a good possibility. And that probably wouldn't be a bad fit for him. Now I know, and just like every other school, there's going to be more players hitting the portal, which probably won't happen until spring. Once players start getting in there, practicing and seeing who's got the advantage over them, and if they really want to be there or do they want to transfer out to where they can play. So Jermaine Burton and JT Daniels hit the transfer portal, and Stetson Bennett is coming back. I thought Stetson Bennett did okay this season. Yes, like I said, he won the national championship. But I would like to see Brock Vandagriff and Gunnar Stockton play. Now, one scenario you can look at, if Brock Vandagriff or Gunnar Stockton don't get no playing time and Stetson Bennett is named the starter over one of them, could one of them transfer? Hit the transfer portal? Absolutely. Would I blame them? No, I wouldn't. So I just wanted to touch base about JT Daniels and Jermaine Burton hitting the transfer portal and Stetson Bennett coming back. But Todd Monken and Kirby Smart need to evaluate better on quarterbacks. And I know JT Daniels probably would have got to play even a lot more if he hadn't have been hurt half the season. But then again, he was fine and healthy to play in quite a bit of games this year. But Kirby Smart and Todd Monken decided Stetson Bennett is more mobile, can escape out the pocket, and JT Daniels is a pocket passer, which he more or less don't have the mobility that Stetson Bennett does if there's pressure on him to get out of the pocket. Hey, I wish he wouldn't have transferred. I wish he would have stuck around. But if he would have decided to come back, then I could see Brock Vandagriff probably most likely would have hit the portal. I tell you, the transfer portal is heating up with all these schools. I'm wondering who Kirby Smart is going to bring in as the new wide receivers coach. Will he go outside of the program and hire a wide receivers coach? Or will he hire from within? And I'll make another video about the wide receivers coach search, so y'all can stay tuned for that. I appreciate y'all watching my video. Like I said, y'all do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe, share button and that notification bell down at the bottom down there, that red bell. It really helps my channel get out there. So I would sure appreciate it if y'all could do that for me. Y'all have a great day. Win, lose, or tie, I'm a dog fan till the day I die. Go Dogs.